swish. No, I'm ballin', check the follow through. Still came through the lane like Vince Carter do. Got this thing on the string, I'm like Uncle Drew. Clay Thompson, how they run and shoot. Like swish.
212. All right. So let me get my mics and everything together.
That jump took a while to let me call in.
All right. I thought we had a real caller. That was you. Hold on, man. I got a little new mic set up. Let me just see if it worked real quick. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Could you hear me?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I heard what you said, but I didn't hear if you said anything before that.
All right, fuck it. All right, well, we're going to do it this way, the same way we did it last time. We're going to work on the mics again, probably next week. But we back with another live show, a Ballgame Banter, here on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts, on AMP Radio, or wherever you listen to your podcasts at. We brought the podcast to AMP Radio. We've been enjoying AMP Radio so far. So everybody that's listening out there on AMP or that's listening to the replay, we appreciate y'all tuning in and checking us out. And last week or on our first show, if you missed that, we talked about a lot. We talked about Summer League. We talked about the AFC. We did a little bit of talk about the free agency and which teams did a good job in free agency. We talked about Carly Russell. We talked about the movie They Cloned Tyrone, and we had some music, some tunes here and there for you if you were listening on AMP. So again, we appreciate everybody that tuned in to that episode. And if you didn't get a chance to hear it, check out the profile on AMP, and you should be able to play back that first episode. But for this episode, the second episode of Ballgame Banter, again, I'm your host, Tony Ducks, and I got my co-host,
Big Goat.
And we in the building, and today we talking about football is back. So we got the first preseason game that's actually going on right now. So I know a lot of y'all tuned into the game, and y'all probably gonna catch us on the replay on AMP. That's cool. Or if you listen to us on a podcast, you don't get it live anyway. But we're gonna talk about football. Football is back. Some of the preseason games that we're looking forward to. We're gonna talk about the best free agency, the best free agents that's left in the NBA. We're gonna talk, do our segment about forgotten legends, where we just talk about a player from any sport that we feel like everybody forgot about and that they was a legend in their sport. We're going to talk about a little bit about Mark Jackson and ESPN. We're going to talk about the AFC North, the division. We're going to talk about, we got a segment called What's Needed to Be Said. And it's just getting something off our chest and just letting us, and just letting the other person decide if it was something that needed to be said or if it was a little bit too harsh of a critique. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bradley Beal situation, or a game that happened or allegedly happened. We're going to talk a little bit about Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. We got some entertainment news. We're going to talk a little bit about Meech and Summer Walker. And before we close the show out, we're going to do a segment called The Craziest News I Heard This Week. And then we're gonna close the show out like that. And as we did on the first episode, if you're listening on AMP, in between all these segments, we just gonna give y'all a little bit of tunes to listen into. So you want to get started? Football back.
Football back. Football back. Yeah, it's down that time. We got the Hall of Fame game on right now. You know, we got the inductees. So right now we got the Jets and the Browns playing. You know, it ain't really, you know, they rested the starters. You know, A-Rod wasn't playing, Deshaun wasn't playing, but you know, it's good to see, you know, the young talent get out there, you know, trying to get their spot. And let me tell y'all who the Hall of Fame inductees are. So we got Darrell Revis, we got Rondé Barber, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Chuck Howley, Joe Klecko, and Ken Riley. Them last four before my time. I don't know them. But everybody else, they, in my opinion, they deserving to be, you know, wearing that gold jacket.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Except for some of them I don't even know about, but the rest of them, yeah, that's a fact. Who you think deserve it more than all of them?
I mean, you got to go Reeves Island for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you naming the best corners in the game, you know, he top 3 every time. So that's someone who, you know what I'm saying? And when he was about his bread too. You know what I mean? Like he made sure he got that check. And he ain't fall off after getting that check.
Thanks.
So,
now I'm gonna go with Revis, Barber, and then I'm gonna go with Ware, and then I'm gonna go with Zach. Those my top 4 for me. That's going in.
my top 4, I'm gonna go Rondé, Revis, Joe, and Zach.
Joe Thomas. What Joe play?
Boy was blocking, bruh.
What position?
Game, like he was out there all the time.
What position he play again?
Left tackle.
Left tackle. I don't remember Joe Thomas, but I remember Zach though.
People don't be remembering old linemen like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. That ain't. But I ain't gonna never forget Kelsey though.
Yeah, hey, yo, he first ballot too.
Facts. So what's some of the preseason games you looking forward to seeing before the season start? I don't know if everybody gonna play, but I doubt who we want to see gonna play. But just some of the games that, you know, something that you might be interested in for this season, preseason.
Give me a second.
I know I definitely want to see that. I really don't know who really gonna play. That's the only thing for me. I kind of want to see this Eagles Ravens game, even if Lamar get a half and Jay, you know, if the starters at least get a half like they used to do.
Yeah, like the first game usually they get like a drive or 2 in max. The second game they usually do like maybe a quarter. The third game is the dress rehearsal. They play to that. Okay. Well, I don't even know. I'm doing it like well, I think they still do it like that because they don't got that 4th preseason game no more. It's really like a bye.
Okay. So I guess, well, since we Eagles fans, you know, week 3 we playing the Browns. So if they play Deshaun, I kind of want to see that. I want to see that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I think Deshaun is, you know, he on a mission to get back where he was.
Right.
Like that. After all that drama, he trying to put all that stuff behind him. They ain't trying to let him, but you know,
he need a couple more years and then they'll quiet down.
Yeah, he need to win. If he win, you know, hey, that's required everything. Winning.
Exactly. Yeah, winning mask everything.
Yeah. Especially if he could do it in Cleveland.
Yep. I kind of want to see that the Jags and the Lions game. I kind of want to see the Lions this year too. I think the Lions might be okay. They're supposed to get all their people back. They got hurt last year, so I kind of want to see what they're gonna do this year. They've been talking a lot of this.
Yeah, we're gonna see. They opened in the football season against the Chiefs. So we're gonna see. They got a real test right off the bat.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I'm definitely gonna watch that one for sure. For sure.
But next week for the preseason game, I want to see the Titans and Bears. That's one I really want to see. Like the Titans, they don't know what they doing with their quarterback situation for real. 1 minute is we rocking back with Tannehill, then it's Malik Willis is trash, but then he is made leaps and bounds,
Right.
improvement from last season, and then you got Will Levis, who he's the future, but they might want to get him reps. So I want to, you got to deal with that. And then I'm a Justin Fields fan. That's my guy.
Yeah, me too.
So they really, I think they really about to surprise some people. They got a lot of new weapons. So that's a game I definitely want to see next week.
For sure.
And like you said, us against the Ravens, yeah, that's I don't even know what we're gonna do out there, I think we might do one drive and let the other people get a go. They change,
Yeah.
Like now they really just let the starters rest. You know what I mean? Like if you were solidified starter, they really like, all right, man, like we ain't even trying to have you out there for real.
Facts.
So it's changing like that now.
Facts.
Whereas they used to let them get a few drives under the belt before they yank them, but now it's like, all right, man, we give you one drive, you get some completions, all right, next.
Right, yeah, they too worried about people getting hurt, but it is what it is. But like we said, if you go ahead.
I said that's why they be getting hurt. Sure.
Right.
They ain't letting them get that test.
Yeah, exactly. If you play not to get hurt, you're gonna get hurt, like they used to tell us when we was kids. But yeah, so yeah, like we said, if you we appreciate y'all if y'all tuning in. We had somebody in, a couple people inside the tuning in with us, rocking with us. So we appreciate y'all. And if you can, you know what I'm saying, like we doing, watch that Hall of Fame game on silent with us playing in the forefront. But
yeah, it's good to find out for football, but
yeah, it's good to have it back.
Some of the drop sports.
Some sport. It's good to have any good sport back. You know what I'm saying? It has been dry. But let's go ahead and get into this music. So we got a little bit of Nip Hussle, Double Up, rest in peace. And we got my boy Meek Mill. We got some Love Train coming up. So y'all stick around. Right after those two songs, we right back with another segment, the best NBA free agents left available. All right, y'all stay tuned. All right,
you bet.
And we back, and once again, that was the tones provided by that was Meek Mill, Love Train that you just heard, and before that was Nipsey Hussle, Double Up, featuring Dom Kennedy. And we back with our next segment of Ballgame Banter, the show. And our next segment is about the NBA top free agents, and we're gonna try to go through this real fast for y'all. We ain't gonna do too long of a show, so the rest of the segments that we got, we're gonna try to run through them. But for the NBA free agents left available, to all our NBA fans that's in the building or that's listening or that's gonna catch the replay. If you've been tuning into the NBA, you notice there's been a lot of movement going on in the free agency world, and so we just wanted to talk about some of the standouts that's left. So to start off, I wanted to talk about Christian Wood, who's basically, I believe, like the main free agent that's left. So he coming from Dallas. He was a power forward from Dallas. Dallas hasn't re-signed him yet. They, from what I hear, they're having reports saying that he got an attitude, so they don't want to re-sign my boy and give him a chance. But I have been hearing there's a three-team trade going around with Philly, Chicago, and Dallas. And so Dallas may be re-signing him just to trade him to Philly. To Chicago. And Chicago gets, I forgot, it's two other players in there. But James Harden is included in the trade and DeMar DeRozan. So Christian Wood is supposed to go to Chicago. DeMar DeRozan is supposed to go to Philly, and James Harden is supposed to go to the Mavericks to team up with Luka and Kyrie Irving. And I think that big three right there is still formidable, but I don't think that they got anything on Phoenix big three. What you think? If they do make that happen, what you think?
The big three of what?
Big three James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Luka Doncic.
Oh yeah, I did see that graphic. Nah, that don't work.
You don't think
it's
going
too much hot dogging, man. Too much hot dogging. You can't have, man. You got a hot dog. You only got one bun. That's too many.
That's too many. Wait,
all of them want a pity pat, pat, dribble.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
That's
like all of them. I don't understand, when these teams just want to take good players or great players and just throw them on there without having no plan whatsoever. Like, we just gonna put them out on this floor and hopefully they get it right, because chemistry is a big part of being successful.
Yeah, it's an experiment, just like the Kyrie Luka joint. Nobody thought that they could play together, but they just threw them out there just to see what would happen. That's why I don't understand why they re-signed Kyrie, because it didn't. It wasn't working.
They ain't had no choice.
I guess
they gave up, assets for him. They silly to me for even for signing him, because I'm not giving him no more than a 1-year deal. Like that's just me.
Yeah. Well, Christian Wood's still out there. Everybody else has been talking about him probably going to the Lakers. They would see him fitting good next to AD if they could make that happen. So a lot of Laker fans been asking Braun to try to make that happen, but they definitely gonna have to move some pieces because they don't have the cap space for my boy. So they definitely got to move some things around, or they got to do a sign and trade, and you probably got to let D'Lo go with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's getting a nice little chunk of change.
His market really been cold and hot. You know what I mean? Like when the season ended, it was cold. Then it just picked up like a week ago, and now it's back cold.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got the talent, It ain't like he can't play, but for whatever reason, they not really too hot on my boy.
Yeah, but it's some other good free agents out there. They got
John Wall. Boy.
Yeah, everybody. I was just about to say John Wall. Everybody been saying he washed up, but I just think somebody should give him a chance. I seen some reports that Phoenix might be grabbing him up, but I think that died down. He still got a little bit left in the tank to come off the bench, and he can at least get somebody 10 and 4. You know what I mean? Like
he can definitely run the second unit.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He can give somebody some run. They got. Well, I'm not even gonna mention him because I'm not sure what he got left in the tank. Kendrick Nunn. I don't know if he got anything left in the tank. They got Wenyen Gabriel. He a good bench player. Like he a good 9th or 10th man coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody can pick him up. He doing okay. They got Bismack Biyombo. Somebody just needed a big man. I think he do pretty good on the boards. He not, a scorer or anything like that. As far as scoring, they got TJ Warren that's still out there. I don't know. He had his time in the bubble, but ever since the bubble, it's like he can't really do nothing. He ain't been
Like every
balling.
now and then, he'll splash you a 30 here, and then the rest will just be pedestrian.
5-pointers or 3-pointers or DNPs or something like that. Like it's weird with him, but he can ball.
Kelly Oubre though.
Kelly Oubre still out there. I fuck with Kelly Oubre. I like Kelly Oubre. I don't know why Charlotte ain't picking back up, because to me he just like Brandon Miller, but Brandon Miller a little bit smoother. Kelly Oubre more athletic. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't know what Charlotte doing, man. They just got a whole bunch of players that do the same thing.
They got PJ Washington still out there. They still ain't pick him back up, but he a restricted free agent. I guess they just waiting on to see if somebody give him an offer. But I think PJ Washington, Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre, John Wall, Terrence Ross still out there. I think somebody should give him a shot. He a nice shooter.
Yeah, so definitely solid bench piece.
Yeah, JaMychal Green out there. He a solid bench piece. He'll give you a little bit of defense too. So I think there's a couple that's still out there, but y'all just keep y'all for the top 3. Y'all just keep y'all eyes open for like we said, Christian Wood, PJ Washington, and Kelly Oubre. I don't really think anything's gonna happen with John Wall this season. It's probably he might get picked up like later on in the season if somebody get hurt. Somebody needs somebody to just come in and fill a little bench role or something. He might get picked up. Terrence Ross, I think he's gonna get a deal before the beginning of the season because he's a shooter. He can shoot and he can get people buckets. Kelly Oubre, I think Charlotte gonna re-sign him and they're gonna re-sign PJ. I just don't know if Christian Wood is gonna get traded or not, but he definitely gonna get re-signed to the Mavs, I think, this year. But y'all just keep watching, keep your ears and eyes open.
And one more thing on John Wall, because there was a little tidbit out there that said he was in contact with this Italy squad, but he came out, on Twitter and said that was cap. So,
Okay. Yeah, I don't want my boy to go.
We don't need no overseas jokes from my boy. They already be trying to do him dirty.
Right. Not yet anyway. No overseas jokes. No overseas stuff just yet. At least, you know what I'm saying? Give yourself one more year for you do a Kemba Walker. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy, man. Kemba.
I think Kemba still got something in the tank. I don't understand why ain't nobody. I don't know.
He too small. He can't play no defense, man.
He ain't got to play defense. There's a lot of people out there that's just shooters. It's a shooter's game now, right? So niggas don't have defense no more. Niggas just out there checking them.
Yeah, but there's like defense, and then there's like, okay, we're going to attack you.
But
that you attack.
Well, let me ask you about this. What about all of the talk about what's my boy from the Miami Heat? He started, but then then they benched him and he started coming off the bench, but he started doing his thing in the playoffs. I can't think of
Duncan. You talking about Duncan?
Duncan, yeah, my boy Duncan Robinson. Like he don't have no defense. Huh?
Miami different though. Like
what I'm saying is he don't have no defense, but he was being talked about in the offseason as being like a good trade piece to get Damian Lillard or anybody. He was going to be a good trade piece. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he can shoot. When you can shoot like that, like he can shoot any like 6'5". Kemba's my height. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm saying Kemba's proven himself in the league though.
Hey,
he's proven.
Duncan can knock down them open shots. Kemba got to have the ball. I ain't really seen too much of Kemba spotting up.
That's a true statement. Maybe that's why then. Speaking of spot up, your boy Danny Green still out there. We don't know what he gonna do. Them UNC boys, we don't know what you can get from them.
Hey, I was about to say Justin Jackson too, but I ain't even want to do him like that.
His time is over. My boy Austin Rivers out there. Justice Winslow still out there.
God, Justice Winslow, cut it
out. Y'all pick my boys up. Y'all look out for my boys. Boban still out there. Somebody pick up Boban. The Suns gonna pick up Boban.
Oh no, they running out of money.
Yeah, they already got their squad together. Markeith Morris still out there. I mean, it's people still out there.
Bro, don't nobody want them troublesome twins, man.
Tristan Thompson gonna get picked up by the Lakers. He was balling in that.
Hey, yo, he was clamping Jokic.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
He was balling, yo. I'm like, yo, he better play next game. You saw he got some minutes the next game too. But yeah, that's what's up, man. So yeah, that was the NBA free agency segment, or the top free agents that's still available. And we about to get back into some more tunes for y'all. We got some Rick Ross, Rich Off Cocaine, and some Fabulous Them Slick coming up. So right after that, after those tunes, we got our next segments, the Forgotten Legends, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Mark Jackson and all the ESPN firings. So y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. All right. And we back. So those was the tunes. Rick Ross, Rich Off Cocaine, and what you just heard was Fabulous Them Slick. That's THIMSLICK. That's one of my favorite summertime songs. And we back with our next segment here. So if you tuning in on AMP, you just heard that music. If you on YouTube live, you just kind of was just chilling with us for a little bit while we checked out those songs. But anyway, our next segment is Forgotten Legends, and this segment is a Big Goat segment. So Big Goat, just tell them a little bit about this segment and what you got for this week.
Yeah, so Forgotten Legends. That joint loud. But yeah, so Forgotten Legends, we just want to shed light on some players that, don't get the love that balled in their time, and we just gonna show them some love, shine some light on them, So if someone didn't know or someone do remember, they be like, oh yeah, he was, he was like that. So I'm gonna just get into it. And today's Forgotten Legend is Rod Smith, played wide receiver for the Broncos in the 90s. The boy was cold. He not in the Hall of Fame. He got an argument to me, He might get in there. They just gonna, give him some time. But he got over 1,100 yards, 68 TDs. He got to have them Super Bowls with Elway, Sharp, TD in them. And he was nice, when they be mentioning them nice receivers, he don't be thrown in there, It's always, and, deservingly so, Jerry Rice, T.O., Moss, of course, all them. But we're going to throw a little shout out to Rod Smith because, he definitely was one of them ones. I remember playing with him on game day 98 when I was busting cuz, you feel me?
Ask him about blitz when I used to cheat with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp used to catch everything, used to be gone. But nah, you said my boy had 1,100 yards for his career?
11,000.
I'm about to say, boys, stop. 1,100. Tyreek Hill put that up in the season, my boy.
Yeah, he had 11,000.
That's still pretty good.
You said what?
Do you think he was better than Ed McCaffrey, though?
Yes.
I don't know. Is Ed in the Hall of Fame?
Nah.
I don't think Ed McCaffrey in the Hall. His son gonna be in the Hall of Fame. You think Christian gonna make it?
I don't know, man. He don't.
He got to do a little bit more. He got to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think he got to win the ring, right?
I don't think he got to win a ring, but he definitely just got to keep doing what I don't think he can sustain it, you know.
Yeah.
And he gonna get the workload in San Fran.
Oh yeah,
But
they work them. But they still got
he definitely got the tools to though.
they still got Deuce though, right?
Huh?
Don't San Fran still got Deuce?
What?
Deuce.
I mean, fuck.
Like who?
Deuce. What's my boy Samuel?
Yeah, Debo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Debo.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They Deuce. Debo. Yeah, they still got Debo. So, I think they're gonna be switching them in and out. I think he gonna last a little bit longer in San Fran because they ain't gonna use him as much as long as Debo stay healthy.
And they a running squad, man. The quarterback ain't gotta do much over there.
Well,
The way that scheme set up, Shanahan like his pops, they run that route.
right. Well, we gonna see about the 49ers. Hopefully Christian do his thing. But shout out to the boy Rod Smith.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody else recognize you and you might get a nod to the Hall of Fame, possibly.
Yeah, we do. He definitely got to get up in there.
The NFL Hall of Fame a little bit harder though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
They don't be giving it to everybody, but
they picking and choosing though. They be picking and choosing.
You Ballgame Banter Hall of Fame, my boy.
So, we ain't counted.
You know what I'm saying?
No jacket for you, but hey,
yeah, we'll send you a T-shirt for sure.
Right.
We do not care.
It say ball game banner legend, and then on the back it might say Hall of Fame and Rod Smith on there for you and your number. Yeah, if you ever hit a show, holla at us. We can make that happen for you for sure.
Right.
But all right, that's what we have for the Forgotten Legends. Like I said, we do that every Friday. So Big Goat gonna come back next Friday with another Forgotten Legend. And I know we're doing it this Thursday. We had something going on Friday and some other stuff going on. So we decided to at least give it to you a day before instead of not doing it for you at all. So like we said, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and to the people that are listening. Thank you for staying tuned.
And you can listen as many times as you want.
You can replay it as many times as you like for sure on AMP or on YouTube or on any podcast. So y'all fuck with us, and we'll be right back after these few songs. We like I said, we always gonna play 2 songs in between our segments. What we got coming up next? We got some K Camp and Jacquees, What's on Your Mind, and my boy Kodak Spin. We'll be right back. All right. And we back. For those of y'all who listen to us on AMP, that was K Camp, What's on Your Mind, featuring Jacquees and Kodak Black Spin. And we back with our next segment, which now we get into a little bit about Mark Jackson being replaced by Doc Rivers and some of the ESPN firings. And we just want to touch a little bit on this subject because Mark Jackson. Go ahead.
I said they going broke.
I don't know what's happening with ESPN, but maybe Fox Sports and all the other sports programs are taking over. But and the fact that everybody, all of the NBA, NFL players, they coming out with their own podcast, so like it's kind of taken away from like ESPN and stuff like that. When people watching them on YouTube, the podcasts on YouTube and stuff about sports, and actually hearing it from the players instead of like analysts and stuff like that. But
maybe not a lot of garbage. Like putting out all that garbage. Sports Center used to be it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could watch ESPN a whole day. Now you can't do that now. You know what I mean? Like it's trash.
Well, I know for me, I really wanted to talk about this because I feel like Mark Jackson, like he's been a part of the playoffs for so long and like the NBA finals for a while. And I feel like he one of the people that I like to hear when I watch games. You know, I like to hear him and Jeff Van Gundy. And when they fired Jeff Van Gundy, you know, I was kind of upset about that. But I was like, at least, you know, they still got Mark Jackson. They still got Mark Jones. They still got Doris Burke. And then all of a sudden they fire Mark Jackson. And I just feel like Mark Jackson has just been, he's had a lot of opportunities, but I just feel like he just be getting done dirty a lot. And I feel like he don't deserve it because he's good at his job. You know what I mean? And I just feel like he's just being let go unfairly multiple times, like by the NBA and by the Warriors of the NBA and by ESPN, because he's one of the best analysts and he used to play the game, you know. So he's not just out there talking about like from watching film or anything like that. He's like, he watched film, he actually participated in a game, he's been in the locker rooms, you know, he's been in those meetings, he's been in the in the medical facilities for like different injuries that he's had. Like he's actually been there and done everything. So it was good to hear from him. But it seems like ESPN is like firing all of the people that actually played the game and stuff like that, and just keeping all of the people who just watch film and analyze. You know what I mean? And there's no knock against that, because I can see it on both sides. Why people that play the game want to hear from people that play the game, and people like you and me who didn't play the game at the highest level, you know, even though we played the game. We just casual fans, but we still got opinions, and it don't mean that our opinion don't count, even though we didn't play the game.
You a casual fan. I'm a real fan.
But but he's being replaced by Doc Rivers. And this is for the second time. They said Doc Rivers replaced him on the Knicks in New York, and as the point guard. And now Doc Rivers is replacing him and ESPN as an analyst. And for me personally, I don't see why you will replace Doc. I don't like the way Doc Rivers sound when he talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just not clear enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Mark Jackson, you know, he speaks clearly. You know, he gave us the hand down, man down. You know, like he gave us those jewels he always dropped. I don't feel like Doc Rivers dropped jewels. Well, he did. I ain't gonna lie. It's a make or miss league. Niggas say that all the time. So I feel like he did, but you know, Mark Jackson, like I feel like he's part of the culture, especially for the NBA. How you feel about it?
I feel like they definitely dropped the ball with them, you know, because even when the games will be a blowout or, you know, not as interesting, him and Jeff Van Gundy will still be, you know what I'm saying, keeping you entertained with, you know, they back and forth.
Right.
But Mark definitely, you know, got the sayings, got the knowledge of the game. He definitely been done dirty by, you know, the Warriors. I ain't a fan. I believe that team is still Mark Jackson's team. No matter, you know, what Steve do. Nobody want to hear, oh, so what he did there, was he winning best? No, we don't want to hear that. Like, nobody want to listen to the Doc Rivers for 48 minutes. You know?
Yeah,
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's insane. Like, he can't even talk.
Right.
Man, voice is crazy.
Pass the ball to the left side.
Right. Like,
James goes up on a threat. Like, bro.
We want to hear that every Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, when they having they marquee games. Like, don't nobody want to hear that, man. Right. And I feel like they kind of pushing towards getting some of the you know, because Mark Jackson said, what happened to the game I love? I feel like they trying to get those people up out of there, you know, like,
yeah.
They want more the people that see the game
that's going to be positive about it.
And, you know, love all the new stuff, you know, and not all the, you know, Oh, that's just foul this week, flagrants, which is all the stuff that I agree with because the game has definitely gotten wild soft. You know, like it's at an all-time soft level right now. And they will call it out. But, you know, I guess that's not what they, want to happen. So, hey, congratulations, Doc and Doris.
Yeah. Hey, out of all the firings, which one you think was they worst decision for ESPN?
Like I said, I didn't really watch ESPN like that anymore. Like I really was turned off from ESPN, but I don't like how they did Max Kellerman. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, I don't like how Stephen A. did Max Kellerman when I
Well,
think
yeah, like exactly. So it's like you got that, and then you got further on, letting them go after that, But that's probably the thing that I didn't like the most. Besides this,
all right. So here is a list of all of the people that was laid off. So they laid off some of these names you're gonna know, some of these people names you're not gonna know. I don't even know some of them. I know Nick Friedel, Rob Nikovich. I don't know who that is. Chris Chilios. I don't know who that is. Neil Everett. I remember him because he did Sports Center for like
yeah,
30 years, didn't he?
yeah.
Let my boy go.
Them OGs.
Cornette, Matt Hasselback, they let him go. June Lee, they let him go. LaFonso Ellis. I like LaFonso Ellis doing college basketball time. Him and Mike Greenberg, I think they did good together. Steve Young, Max Kellerman. They let Keyshawn go. I think they should have kept Keyshawn.
No, and then I thought they just gave him a contract too. Like,
So too, but they let him go.
I'm pretty sure he get paid all that. He gotta be. Or they came to some type of, buyout. Because ain't no way you can just get somebody a contract.
But he been rumored to replace Shannon Sharp on Undisputed to go against Skip Bayless. So we'll see about that. They released Jason Fritz, Todd McShay. How they released Todd McShay, the NFL guru.
He's trash. They should have let Harper go too, but they both trash to me, man.
They both trash. Well,
be knowing nothing, man.
They let Ashley Brewer go. That's the white girl with the white hair or the blonde hair.
Ashley Brewer.
Yeah, she was on Sports Center now. Anyway, I think Jalen Rose. Probably Jalen Rose that was a big one for me. I don't understand how they let Jalen Rose go, but I know that's probably
Molly Quinn made a call.
Huh?
I said Molly Quinn made a call.
You stupid. I know they was probably paying him a pretty penny though, so I know they was probably coming. Jeff Van Gundy, Susie Colbert, and Mark Jackson was the last one. I think for me, Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson was the top ones for me. And then Mark Kellerman and LaFonso Ellis and Keyshawn. But
yeah, I'm gonna say Mark, Max, and Keyshawn.
You don't like Jalen? What happened to that boy?
I ain't really. I was never really a Jalen fan. Like Jalen started off good, but this last year he been off to me. I ain't really been like
I always been a Jalen fan. Shout out to the podcast Jalen and Jacoby. I listen to that a lot too. And Jalen Rose, Renaissance man. But before we get into the music though, one thing I did hear is that my favorite TV uncle Shannon Sharp might be joining First Take. So
I don't like that.
I do. He gonna be on there every day.
Cause I feel like that's kind of like, even though I ain't the biggest Skip fan, I feel like that's like a slighter Skip. Like I don't like that.
I don't think it matters. It's a business move.
I
But
mean, it's still
I don't think
Skip did do a lot for Shannon. You know what I'm saying?
he did. Skip did a lot for Stephen A. Smith too. But you know, is bigger than that.
I feel like being on there here and there, you know what I'm saying, is okay, and he can do his own thing, or have his own show, or something like that. But I don't think being on there every day. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I love Shannon Sharp. He probably the most entertaining one to me, and he be talking that talk sometimes. So
Yeah. Well,
but I ain't a Stephen A. fan. I
I'm
ain't watched First Take in a long time. Like, and that junk, it's just all crazy takes now. It's really no real. Besides, I watch when your boy JJ go on there. You know what I'm saying? Because he always cooking them.
yeah.
But other than that, I don't watch.
I watch it. I'm a Stephen A. fan and I'm a Shannon Sharp fan. And I don't think it matter if they offer Shannon Sharp or offer that he can't refuse. He gonna be on there. I don't think he worried about Skip too much. He already told Skip thank you. Well, what else? What more do he owe him? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying for me, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like that would just be like,
I don't know.
I just wouldn't touch that.
I would think that Skip would want him to go out and further his career. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it was with. You feel me?
Yeah, but not that way though.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I ain't caring about Skip's feelings. It's just like, for me, like if I was, Shannon Sharp, I wouldn't want to do it because I just wouldn't feel right to me. Now you can visit on there, but to be like, yeah, we both First Take like that. Like how they have Michael Irvin on there every Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
Like,
Michael Irvin,
whatever.
Michael Irvin be on some shit, boy, when he be on there.
What the fuck?
Be on that booger sugar.
Boy, you ain't lying. He got diabetes. He has so much booger sugar.
I tell you what, that boy be sweating.
Yeah, that nigga be sweating. I be like, bro, nobody else up here is sweating, yo. Why is it just your ass?
They got it on 65 in there. That boy sweating like
You need one of them neck fans that from Amazon that you put on your neck.
It's crazy. And then they did Michael Irvin dirty too, you know what I'm saying? Because he was on there.
But they just ain't invite him back. I heard Mike Irvin don't have no contract with ESPN. His contract is with somebody else, another network. He just be coming on there as a guest.
Yeah, but then they stopped doing that after that little situation.
Yeah, but it was a crazy situation. And plus, they know he be on that booger sugar when he come up there. It's like, it's too much. Now we got a reason to go ahead, tell your ass stop coming up here. We done found a bag of Coke, and after you done visited the White House, and we said it was Hunter Biden, goddamn. Everywhere you go, we find a bag of Coke. Come on now.
He said he just want one bump and just give it to whoever else.
Boy, he like, I just need a bump before the show. They need to see my personality. I just need a bump before the show. He go on there and be wilding. He be sweating. He be yelling and shit. I be like, yo, this nigga's he doing too much on there.
Early in the AM.
Yeah. It's 9 in the morning, my boy. Your shirt open, you sweating and shit. What? You ran to work? You was late every time? Nah, but all right, but yeah, we're gonna get into these next songs. And after that, we're gonna get into our next segment where we talk about the AFC North. And next up, we got Tyler the Creator, Run It Up, featuring Tizo Touchdown, and a little bit of Pledge by Lil Papa. I hope I said that right. Y'all check it out. We'll be right back. All right, and we back. Those two songs were you just heard Pledge by Lil Papa, and before that you heard Run It Up by Tyler the Creator featuring Tizo Touchdown. And we back with our next segment for Ballgame Banter episode 2. And shit, I didn't even get our YouTube shit in the back there. Hold on, give me 1 second. My fault. So yeah, like I said, for those that was listening on AMP, that was Run It Up by Tyler the Creator and Tizo Touchdown and Pledge by Lil Papa. And we back on YouTube and we back on the regular podcast for everybody listening on Apple and Spotify. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in live on YouTube and everybody that's tuning in live on AMP Radio. If you only checking us out on a podcast or on YouTube, check out that AMP app. It's AMP, and it should be in your app store for whatever phone you got, whether it's Android or Apple. It should be in your app store. Y'all download it so y'all can hear the show as well and hear some of the music that we playing in between. But for our next segment, we got some more NFL talk, and we doing a little talk about Big Goat gonna do some talk about NFL and the AFC North division.
So I'm gonna break down the division of what I think, how it's gonna shake up throughout the season, and who I think gonna win the division. So let me get into it.
So for those who don't know, AFC North, we got the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Cincinnati Bengals.
So with Lamar coming back, getting that bread that he needed, like I said on the last show, I think he gonna come out on a tear, just like he was on last year when he was trying to prove he was worth the money. And they still got the same defense. And then they upgraded the offense. And Lamar, I'm telling you, he going to be on a super tear. This man, he going to be, I think he's going to do better than his MVP year. I don't know if he's going to win MVP, but I think he's going to do better than his MVP year. And they going to take the division back from the Bengals. You know, the Bengals, they're going to be fighting, you know, the whole season. Then I'm gonna go with Bengals at the 2. And then I'm gonna go with Cleveland at the 3. I'm putting my faith in Deshaun Watson right now. I really think he got to. If he don't do what he's supposed to do this year, that seat is gonna get hotter and hotter. And like, why are you paying this man? Why we ain't gave him all this money? He ain't doing everything he need to be doing. He the one that had all them charges. He had all them
Sexual assault,
all them settlements, all that. They just gonna keep getting louder and keep getting louder, and it's just gonna be more of a distraction. So I don't think he has any choice but to go ham this season and to try to put them in position for the playoffs, at least, you know, the 7th seed. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're gonna struggle. You know, I'm not a believer in Kenny Pickett. Just not. He got the poise, you know, but I don't think he has the NFL tools. I feel like he could be a solid starter. I don't see him as a franchise quarterback to put them back in their glory days. So you got Baltimore, number 1. Lamar coming back. Got Zay. Got Odell. He done dyed his hair purple. He all in. He got something to prove. You got J.K. back. You still got that defense. Then you got, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. They gonna do what they do. Like Joe Burrow has been, since he came in the league, he just been consistent. Like that's one thing about him. He just been consistent. And they call him Joe Burrow for a reason. He got ice in his veins. They still got that offense. Don't worry too much mad about the defense because they gonna put up them points with that triple-headed monster they got receiving core. And I'm gonna Chubb, Watson. Hey, it's gonna be a good shakedown of the division. It's gonna be one of the most people to watch.
The Steelers never had a losing. They never lost a. They haven't lost a division in a long ass time. You think they're gonna lose it this year?
They haven't had a losing season in a long ass time. I think Mike Tomlin, he's a good enough coach to to keep them in that 9-8, 8-9 range. I mean, like he top 3 coaches in the league right now to me. But I just don't think they got the talent. They got the coaching, but they just don't have the talent. And that division is just full of talent, top to bottom. So it's gonna be rough. They might squeak out a win here or there, within the division. But I really think they're gonna be battling with the Browns for that number 3 spot.
I don't know. I got Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, and the Browns. Browns still last.
Why you got Browns last?
Because I believe in Mike Tomlin.
What do you believe in?
I believe he's gonna get his team together to play good. I don't think they got no skill positions that's better than anybody on any team in the AFC North. I do think they got TJ Watt though. That's enough to at least put up some defense to keep them in the games. And I do think with the coaching that they got, I do think they experienced enough and they got good enough coaching to at least pull out a couple wins in the division to get them at least 3rd.
I mean, their defense is, they added Joey Porter Jr. He a good young DB. We got to see how he do. He's his rookie year, but I just don't see them being able to put up enough points.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said their defense is gonna keep them in the game. You know what I'm saying? And then the defense.
They're gonna lose a lot of close games.
Yeah, I think they can win close games. All they need to do is have their defense keep them in the game and keep it close enough to where you can coach and manage the clock good enough to pull out a win. And I think they could do that. So, like I said, I know Joe Burrow, they said he got a little injury. He might miss a game or 2. I don't know. But I think if he come back to start the season, I think that they're going to win the division.
They already said he good. He gave Jamar that head nod. He said he good. So I'm looking at I'm a go on their schedule, right? Okay, so you got week 1. They play the Bucks. I'm gonna give them a W. Bucks is trash. If they try Baker Mayfield out there, getting the L. Buffalo Bills, that's a L. That's 1-1. Falcons. I think the Falcons gonna be better, but that's pretty much a toss up. But I'm gonna edge the Steelers. Boom, 2-1. Hold on. All right, that was preseason. Week 1. 49ers, L. Week 2, Browns, L.
That might be a dub.
L. That's gonna be an L. I'm telling you.
It might be a dub to start the season. At the end of the season, it might be an L.
Vegas Raiders.
Who did they have last year?
I might give them a huh?
None. Go ahead, finish the schedule.
So they had 2-1 after week 3. Right? I mean 1-2 after week 3. The Texans. You know, I'm a big believer in Stroud, but I'm gonna give them that. Boom. So that's 2. 2-2. Baltimore Ravens. L. 2-3. Week 6 they got a bye. Rams. That's a toss-up. That's a toss-up right there.
Go ahead, give him the dub.
I'm gonna give him the L. Okay, I give him a dub. That's 3-3. They had the Jaguars. That's a L. All right, 4-4. They got the Titans. Week 9. Packers. You know, I think the Packers gonna surprise some people. They got a pretty the schedule so far shaking up. You know, not too bad really.
They 5-4 now.
Okay, Browns. L.
Nah, they splitting with the Browns. 6-4.
L.
6-4. Come on.
Then they play the Bengals.
All right.
L.
6-5.
You got him at 6-5. I got him at 5-6.
They got to split with the Browns. They got to split with the Browns. You got to be fair.
They gonna split with the Browns.
Huh?
They play the Browns at home week 2. You know, it's still early. You know what I'm saying? So
what I'm saying
I think they gonna edge them.
What I'm saying is at least give them the split.
I ain't giving them no split. I told you it's gonna be tough though.
Man, 6-5. Let's go.
Then they got the Cardinals. They gonna win that game.
7.
The Patriots.
8.
I'm giving the Patriots that win.
Man, get the 8. Let's go.
Then they got the Colts. Okay, that's a dub. Bengals. L.
Okay.
Seahawks. L.
Nah, 10.
Bro, they not beating the Seahawks. You tripping.
You tripping. They can beat the Seahawks.
They not beating the Seahawks.
They can beat Geno.
Seahawks put too many points up. They not beating them.
They can beat Geno. I give you that one.
And then they finish at the Ravens. L.
So that's 9. They 9-8.
And that's what I said. They're gonna be at the 9-8, 8-9 range.
Hey then now what's the Browns? What's their schedule? Let's run through that real quick.
Okay. All right. Oh, there it is.
Because it's definitely
they pretty much the same because they in the same division and whatnot, but
well, it's not the exact same though.
yeah, it ain't, but all right. Week 1. Ooh, man, damn. Week 1. That's a L. See, they're gonna be coming off a loss. So week 2, they're gonna be they because they play the Bengals week 1. So week 2, when they play the Steelers, are they getting back on track?
Okay. I'm
cool with it. And then they play the Titans. That's a dub.
That's 2.
Ravens. That's a L. 49ers.
2.
Oof, boy. Okay. Then you play the Colts.
3.
Seahawks. I think they beat the Seahawks.
Hell no. If
they gonna beat the Seahawks, yo.
No.
Because they got the offense.
No.
They got the offense that can.
They put up too many points. They ain't got the defense. They put up too many points.
I think they edge them out.
No. Let's go.
A bad game.
They still at 2? No, they at 3. 3. Okay, 3.
Now you gonna make me go back. Okay. Hold on. So we had 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, so they had 3. You giving them the L. I'm giving them a dub.
That so what you at? 4?
4.
Okay. 4.
Okay. Then they play the Cardinals. That's a dub.
Okay, 5.
I'm gonna say they split with the Ravens.
With the who? Ravens?
Yeah, they split with the Ravens.
No. 5. Keep going.
Then they play the Steelers. It's a dub.
No, you can't give
They
them two.
beat them both times. Bro.
We splitting. We splitting that. They
Splitting.
still at 5.
They're not splitting.
They
Then they play the Broncos. Russell Wilson, garbage.
They just as garbage.
Then they beat the Rams. They gonna beat the Rams.
Okay, so they at 7.
And then they play the Jaguars at home. That's another W.
No, that's not no W.
That's
That's
W.
They not beating the Jaguars. That's 7. Let's go.
They beating the Jaguars.
That's 7. Come on, man.
That game is in Cleveland in December, bruh.
It don't matter where it's at.
Other Lords don't know what to do.
It's still Cleveland. It don't matter where it's at.
It's gonna be -12, bruh.
It's still Cleveland. They still at 7. Cause come on, man.
Then they play the Bears. I'm gonna get the Bears that dub.
Okay,
So
7.
got the Bears doing work this season. They beating the Jags. Then they beating the Texans.
8.
Then they got the Jets. And then they finish with the Bengals.
So they at 8. That's why I said.
Let me count mine. You over here messing my count.
9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10 range.
First of all, like I said, they gonna split with the Steelers, and they not beating the fucking Jags. They not beating the Jags.
Beat the Jags, bro.
You got them beating the Jaguars and the Seahawks. They not taking both of them games.
Yeah,
I gave you one. They not taking both.
They taking both.
They not good.
Bro, why you sleep on Deshaun? Like he wasn't a top quarterback.
He was. He's still a good quarterback.
Is that what you're saying? He's not a top quarterback no more?
I'm not saying that, but I'm not ranking these teams based off of their quarterback. I'm ranking these teams based off of their offense and their defense and what they did last year and what did they do in the games that he did play.
All right, you acting like they trash on defense.
But they not good. They not good enough to stop the Jags, and they not good enough to stop the Seahawks.
Bro, do you know who they added, bro? They added Zadarius Smith.
Okay.
And then they already have Myles Garrett on the other side.
Okay. What about who they corners?
Damn.
All right.
They still got Denzel. I had to think for a second. They still got Denzel. Damn.
All right. We'll be right back with the next segment after these next tunes. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't even name the people. All right, we got
Juan Thornhill. Hey, I'm telling you, they safeties is like that.
All right, well, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. We'll put a little wager on this. So look, you wanna bet some Diadu?
Hey, yo, that's crazy. They used to be betting that, bro. Nobody drink that shit, man.
Oh shit!
Hot water cases, man.
All right. Coming up next, we got some Van Gammon, Keep Going, and some FMF. Got 'em right here on Ballgame Banter, episode dose. We'll be right back. All right. And we back. So that was the sounds of Van Gammon, Keep Going, and FMF, which is Presidential Grizz or FMF Grizz, Van Gammon, and myself, Tony Ducks. That's TonyDuxx. The name of that song was Got 'Em. And we back. And our next segment is Needed to Be Said. And basically this segment is just where we just do once a week, just something that we feel like we need to talk about, just something we need to rant about, get off our chest. And the other person will decide, and y'all can help us decide on if it needed to be said, or if um or if it was too harsh, it was too much. So this week, Big Goat gonna do something. So what you got this week, Big Goat?
Oh man, Steven Jackson, this guy here, he is one of the biggest clowns I have ever seen at his big age. This boy is 45 years old. Talk about he still be gangbanging. But go to Chicago, check in with the young teenagers with all the drums and all the extendos, saying, we got to check in. Oh, man. But this ain't for that. Recently, he was trying to stand by Ice Cube, which is a different story, about how the big three and the NBA, they trying to not come together and, brand them, or, they trying to stop the show and everything. So, Ice Cube is really, getting it out the mud and trying to make the moves needed so they can, last and be here, end on in. So Steven Jackson, he was like, yeah, they I can't even get through this, man. It's so comical. He said, the NBA is holding him back, And then he said the NBA should have reached out to him because he is the face of the biggest civil rights movement ever. This man said ever, man. Are we serious? Ever? I ain't never seen this man on no McDonald's Black History Month packet. This dude is insane, yo. How can we keep listening to this man, yo? This man got his platform and he 45 and he act like he 20. It don't make no damn sense. All he do is talk about, I'm the toughest, I done did this, I done did that. He still want to be that dude in the club against the wall, mean mugging everybody. He think what he be saying makes him real, but he ain't real. And that's all I got to say about that boy.
So, I mean, when I think what he's saying when he say he the face is like, when he did say something about George Floyd, and he was like, I guess he was kind of like the face of that. But do you think that was the biggest civil rights, I guess of this millennium? This decade, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like for the millenniums.
I'm gonna say this: the George Floyd thing really, it really like. It was kind of like the Emmett Till thing, when Emmett Till mom, allowed him to be, seen and everything, and that really like sparked the whole movement. And that's kind of like how the George Floyd thing was, coming back around in the now time.
Because you got to see it.
Yeah, people started paying attention more, and then they wanted to do Black Lives Matter this, Black Lives Matter that. But who thought that Steven Jackson was the face of that?
Right.
I damn sure didn't, and I damn sure don't. I know that he was somewhat involved with George Floyd and his cousin or something, but come on, man.
My thing is, I kind of feel what he's saying. My thing is, for him as a sports figure, okay, I understand, like, he was a part of, like, for a sports figure, you know what I'm saying? He was a part of, like, the biggest, one of the biggest, I guess, civil rights things that happened.
Recent times.
in recent times. But on the other end, you know what I thought of? I thought of Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Um,
that sparked a lot too. That was kind of like a big thing too. And he did that by himself, and he had more on the line than Steven Jackson did. Um, I get what Steven Jackson is saying as far as like the big three and stuff like that. I just think like they just coming about it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think by calling the NBA out is the way that you try to get them to help you. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
mean, they did the meetings though, you know, like Cube said, you know, like they did meetings, and
yeah,
he said that they took the big three to the NBA first
yeah.
before, you know, they put it out, and they even really want shit to do with it.
I heard I heard all of that, but you think like I so for me as an artist, like you think by a nigga dissing me because like he reached out to me and said I wanted to do a song with you and I just never got back to him, or I just was like you know, I don't think me doing a song with you is good right now. You think that if he still want to do a song with me, the best thing for him to do is go out and just start making diss songs against me and shit, like trolling me on the internet and shit? Like, bro, I'm not gonna want to work with you after that. If you still want to work with me, now if Cube was like, I don't fuck the
I
NBA, I don't
mean,
want to work with the NBA no more, then I understand him saying what he said about the NBA. But if you still want to work with the NBA, then just keep going to those meetings, keep trying. You ain't got to call them out like that. That's just what I
I feel
feel
like
about
that's begging. I feel like that's begging.
it. I
'Cause
feel what
we came to you, and we said, "Yo, this is the idea we got. Um, you know, it's all your ex players, you know, and we want to see if we could, you know, do a partnership. You push us, you know, media or whatever." And you say no. Okay, cool. You say no, but then you also block other owners that's in the NBA from investing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really like plotting for real.
okay.
So it get to a point where it's like, okay, well, if you plotting, then fuck you.
But he not saying fuck you. He still want to work with the NBA.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you know the real though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we can help each other. But you keep not wanting to help me ain't gonna make me be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, like, yo, you need to do the right thing.
So why you coming out public with it about it? Like I don't understand that. Like you
What
don't
you
have to.
gotta do? You gotta
You
apply that pressure.
that's not pressure. That's not pressure. If I already said no in private, you think coming out in public, just saying what we talked about behind closed doors, and then speaking bad on my name, you think that's gonna make me be like, all right, well, since you came out in public and talk shit about me, let's go ahead and do the deal?
What it's gonna do is it's gonna apply pressure.
No, it's
Because
not.
one thing about when you come out and shed light on something, and if you get enough people interested in that, and you know,
But he's not just shedding light on. He's
hold on,
talking.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Because if you get someone feeling the way about it, you know what I'm saying? Like Twitter is, well, you can't. Well, it's still Twitter. Twitter is done changed a whole bunch of stuff. So if it get big enough and they can snowball, then it could do something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he just got his picket signs out there, you know, at the headquarters or nothing. It's just like, yo, you know, when I'm doing these interviews, I'm gonna just let them know what the real is, and then you know we move from there.
But the NBA is a private entity. You know what I'm saying? It do what it want. It ain't like it ain't got to do what it want of the publics, and it do what it want of the owners. It's not the NBA is blocking the owners. The owners
Okay,
basically the NBA.
okay. So since you say that, so you think
So why
whose idea was it to put Black Lives Matter on the court?
the
You think that
owners?
was the NBA? That was not the owners. The owners would not do that.
You don't think the owners had to agree with that?
Yeah, they had to, but if it just happened, they like if they had it their way, they would not have that. It had to be from the masses to get them to be like, all right, cool. Just like the same thing with the NFL, putting the stuff on the helmet and at the end zones and stuff. They got Colin Kaepernick the fuck up out of here.
You think Adam Silver and Roger Goodell did that, or did the players union make that happen?
We getting off subject, but I'm just saying.
No, you just said the NBA made all of that happen, but I'm saying it wasn't the NBA. The coaches had to agree with it along with the players unions. The players union made that happen, and the coaches had to agree to it.
But I'm saying, why did it happen though? Because they came to as a collective, and it got big enough for them to take it to them and be like, yo, this is how we feel, and we feel this should be done about it. And then it's like, okay, well, damn, it is huge as fuck right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to oblige.
So why Cube ain't go to the players, to the players union or the players, whatever they call it, and be like, yo, help me get this on, or help me get this deal with the NBA, instead of being like, the NBA some shit. I tried to have meetings with these fuck ass niggas and they ain't even want to do. You know what I'm saying? That
one, I don't know if he did that or not.
He did do that. He did talk down about that.
And then two, right? The players don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about that because they playing right now. So they caring about they shares of, you know, TV revenue, they contracts, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff that the current players care about. Like, they not caring, they not really thinking about, I'm gonna go to the big three. Well, I care about the big three.
So what you saying is, you saying Twitter gonna make the NBA do that, and not the players union or none of that. It's not the players or nobody. It's just Twitter gonna make the NBA.
Because look, like I said, right? So you go to the NBA, they say no, right? The players union, they ain't trying to rock with it, right? So what's next? You got to do the masses. You know what I'm saying? That's your last chance.
Okay,
what else I'm gonna do? I can't just keep trying the same thing. I gotta, do something different.
I feel you, but what I'm saying is, it's a way you go about doing that, bro. You don't just do that and then talk down about the people you trying to work with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, right? Okay, listen.
Who want to do a song with? I want to do a song with Jay-Z, but I don't really fuck with none of his music though. But I want to do a song with that nigga. I think he a fuck nigga. But I do want to do
let's say you want to do a song with Jay-Z, right? But every studio you go to, to try to record or whatever, he blocking that. What you gonna do? You're not gonna be like, hey man, let me go to try to DM Beyonce, see if she can whisper in his ear. No, you're gonna come out with your own track and you're gonna say, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna say. It's different if it's just a no, but it's like you also plotting on me.
No, it's either one way or the other. It's either fuck the NBA, and I ain't trying to work with them, or I am trying to work with them and I'm still trying to get this shit done. Like, you don't come out and say shit like that, bro, and still try to work with somebody. That's just how I feel. Like, you don't talk. You can come out and be like, I had meetings with the NBA. They kept saying no. I feel like the NBA been trying to block me. All I've been trying to do is work with them. Okay, that's a different thing. But when you come out and you say that, and then you say some other shit like talking down about the NBA they say they got love for black people. They ain't got no love for black people. They liars. They pretending like they down for the culture. They ain't really, when you say like something of that, he ain't say that exact words, but something of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say shit like that make people not want to work with you. You feel me? Like, it's certain ways that you say this shit, bro. Like,
but that's real though. How many times do I have to keep biting my tongue? You know what I'm saying? Like, the big three started, like, he said what? Like, the idea was like 2015, 16, something like that. Like, that's
what you mean? How many times,
bro?
What you mean? How many times you gotta bite your tongue every time if you want to work for me?
No. But this is the other thing too. It's like, okay, all right, look, I went to the NBA. They said no, right? But then there's other owners as well who may have wanted to invest, but then they blocked that.
Bro,
That's a
I
problem.
don't care what happened. If you still want to work with me, why are you talking shit
But
about
maybe
me?
I don't want to work with you, but maybe I want one of the people that's the
then
league
say that.
owner. I want no, but what I'm saying is like you have a league, you have, let's just say like the owner of any team, right? And then they want to invest in the big three. If you're saying no as the NBA, that is a problem.
I don't think it's a if the NBA say no, then the NBA say no. Then you supposed to be like
NBA. I'm not saying the NBA. I'm off that. I'm saying
whoever said no. I'm just saying whoever said no, you just supposed to be like, all right, you either be like, fuck them, I do it without them, or damn, I'm still trying to work with them. I'm still that's what I'm gonna tell people. I'm still trying to work with them, but they keep telling me no. I'm still trying to work with them, but they keep telling me no. You ain't gotta be like,
you ain't getting it.
No, you don't get it. Like you, that's not how business.
I'm off the NBA. I'm saying we tried the NBA, but there's back channels. There's other people who want to invest, and you, as your NBA power, you know, you are doing everything to stop me from growing. So it's like, okay, I'm done with you, but I'm trying to go through other avenues, and you're blocking.
So what is the purpose of talking bad about the NBA, but still trying to get a deal with the NBA? Tell me what was the purpose.
You're not hearing me. I'm not saying they trying to get a deal with the NBA.
That is what they're talking about. Why are they talking about?
No, he said they did try.
Okay.
He said they tried it, but they don't want to. They don't want to try to do a partnership or anything. So, you know, but there were others who wanted to invest, and that was blocked. So it's like, okay, you already said no. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go to this next person, and then you blocking that. So why would I be like? Why would I be anything else other than fuck you?
That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm hearing when I'm watching the interviews. I'm hearing that they still want to work with the NBA. I'm not hearing that it's fuck the NBA. I'm hearing that I'm trying to work with the NBA, but the NBA pretending like this, the NBA saying that they doing this, the NBA saying that they doing that, when all we trying to do is do this. We need the NBA to do this. We need the NBA to do this. That's all we're trying to do.
Right. So I'm gonna throw it back on you.
Okay. Do you need me or not?
I need you to do the thing.
Do you need me or not? Is it fuck me or is it not? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Is it fuck me or not?
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna just tell my truth.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do is just tell my truth.
But you telling your truth, but saying fuck me.
Yeah, because it's fuck you, because you over here bullshitting when you should be helping out.
Okay, so you don't need me.
I don't need you, but it'll be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro, I don't understand.
You can take me from, you know, where I want to be quicker than, you know, what I'm already doing.
All right, so if it's fuck you, then I don't understand the point of just keep talking about it. Just fuck them and just move on. Just keep doing your shit without it.
I mean, how many times somebody been on the label and said fuck the label?
And then they ain't fuck with the label.
No, they were still on the label.
That's because they couldn't get off the label. Do they already got a partnership with the NBA that they can't get out of?
I'm just saying.
People say that when they can't get out. People say that.
I'm not saying that situation is the same, but I'm saying that dynamic is the same. Like you're saying, fuck this person. Or if we could get it like this and can get it back right, we get this paper back right, then it's good. But right now, it's fuck you.
All right.
That's real. It's crazy how we with a weak ass Steven Jackson and then we go on the big three.
No, I mean that's what it started from, but I don't know. How y'all decide how y'all feel. Drop some comments on the podcast channel or whatever, man. Let us know something. But yeah, we got some more music for y'all that we about to get into. We got some what we got up next? We got some Snow Allegra Woe, and then we got some The Internet Getaway. And right after that, we'll be right back with our next segment. You know what? I think we should say the Bradley Beal shit for Monday, yo. What you think? Go ahead, move it along.
We can say the next two for Monday.
I
go touch on the other jump for a little bit, and then we can move on to the one under that.
All right, so up next week we're gonna talk about some Meech and Summer Walker, some entertainment, cultural news.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back with that Meech and Summer Walker talk. And then after that, we got the craziest news I heard this week. And then we'll let y'all go. All right. All right. And we back with Ballgame Banter episode 2. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in on YouTube, everybody that's tuning in on AMP Radio on the app. If you're tuning in on YouTube, hey, make sure y'all check us out on the AMP app. Where we also play some music in between. And for our next segment, we got basically some cultural and entertainment news that we do every week or every episode. And we talk a little bit this week about the Meech and Summer Walker thing. So you want to lead us off with that topic?
Sure. So I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen, but if you ain't seen, Meech got caught going in some tenderoni's apartment on a ring, and then stepping back out. I guess what was it like? I think someone time that they said like 18 minutes later or something like that. And apparently they was bumping uglies or whatever. And Meech excuse that he came up with, I don't know who told him this, but he said he was helping his cousin with some groceries. So, Summer was like, hey, this man chased me for years. And, he did me like this, play me out for the world. So that's the situation that's going on. Now, crazy. What I think about it is, come on, bro. This smart stuff, yo, I'd have been caught up before with some smart stuff. Smart TV, smartphone, doorbell, man. It's like, yo, man, all this technology, man, you ain't safe doing nothing, nowhere, man. Everybody trying to get that quick buck on TMZ, man. But, hey, you just gotta... You gotta hide better than that, bro. If you can't be out here in these streets like that, man. Everybody got a ring.
You gotta wear a Pooh Shiesty mask every time.
Right.
Can't just be letting people see your face out everywhere.
Right. Like you super caught, man.
Yeah.
Who is this girl?
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad he ain't get Summer Walker pregnant. They ain't had no baby together then. Because she done had babies with her last two boyfriends, right? So I don't know who the other guy was, but one of them is a producer. I forgot my boy name though, but he a good.
I think it was London.
Yeah, London on the track.
Yeah, London on the track.
Yeah. And I don't know who the other guy was, but
I don't be all into that like that.
Yeah. Fellas, man, y'all gotta do a better job, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, If you want to be single, be single. I guess, like the ladies say, if you want to be single, be single. You know what I'm saying? But if that's your cousin, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know what I mean? If that's your cousin, then, you know what I mean? Just have your cousin give her a call and be like, yeah, he was over here helping me with the groceries. And then boom,
Right.
that's all you need, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
He was eating some groceries. That's probably.
That was probably what it was. He was eating groceries.
Ain't no way, boy. How you gonna come up with an excuse on camera with no groceries, no bags, no nothing, and then say that's what I was doing? Hey, that's crazy.
Now he about to sit down like the Jackson dude, like Derek Jackson and with Summer Walker had that video. He apologized. But
he was ready, right? He was ready. You know what I'm saying? He like she said, he chased her. You know what I mean? He got what he wanted, you know.
Right.
And, hey, you know, you already got your family started, you know what I'm saying? So
sometimes it just be the chase sometimes. Sometimes it just be the chase. You know what I'm saying?
It's the dog in me.
Right. Right. So if y'all gonna give it up, y'all might as well give it up the first time instead of letting these niggas just keep playing and cheating your ass for months. Because after they get it, they might not even want to fuck with you afterwards. And you be like, I've been saving this shit. You know, after, you know what I'm saying, the first couple of times, you know what I'm saying, the nigga gonna keep fucking with you. But damn, you stringing this nigga along for months, not giving him the cookie, and he just like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get
something for your ass.
Yeah, he love it. It's the chase. Some niggas love it. Some niggas just love the chase.
And he got it and he said, damn, this it?
Yeah, this it. I'll do this a couple more times, but I'm gonna keep doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? We can take a couple of locations, but
on the ring. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Best of luck to them in their relationship, I guess. You feel me?
That shit
we got some more tunes for y'all. Up next, we got a little bit Hotel Lobby by Quavo and Take Off. Rest in peace, Take. Rest in peace, Take. And we got some Pusha T, Untouchable right after that. So y'all stay tuned. We got our last segment, the craziest news I heard this week. And I'm gonna tackle that. And we're gonna play maybe 2 more songs after that. And that's it for Ballgame Banter episode 2. We just gonna keep y'all for a little bit longer, so y'all stay tuned. All right. For y'all tuned in on AMP, that was Quavo Take Off, Hotel Lobby, and Pusha T, Untouchable. Rest in peace, Take Off. Always. And before we close out our show, we're gonna talk about the craziest news I heard this week. And that's a segment we're gonna do every Friday. And so basically there was a report here on Yahoo News, and it's on a lot of other different sites as well. But I'll read the headline. It says, ex-Auburn player helps bail out wife who allegedly hired hitman to kill him. So my boy, Robert Shiver, has bailed out his wife, and not only did he bail out his wife for $100,000 cash bail, she agreed to wear an ankle bracelet and remain in the Bahamas, where her and Robert, the guy from Auburn, the ex-player from Auburn, on a vacation home until her court date on October the 5th. He bailed her out, and he bailed out the 2 guys that were hired, her boyfriend and her the guy she's having an affair with, and the hitman. And he bailed both of them out too. So apparently she was on, I guess, WhatsApp or something like that. With I'm not sure which one of the guys. There's a guy named Terrence Bethel, and the other guy is Farron Newbold, who was, I guess, supposed to be the hitman. So her and Terrence that she met, I guess, in the Bahamas, they had been texting together on WhatsApp, and Robert and his wife name is Lindsay. They were I guess in the process maybe getting a divorce or whatever and trying to get custody of the kids. And I guess he's worth millions. And she decided that she was having an affair with somebody in the Caribbeans, in the Bahamas, and they decided that they was going to plot to kill him. So they got all of the messages on WhatsApp that the police recovered or uncovered, and they took her to jail along with the two guys because of the messages. And after they went to court, the main person, which is her husband, who was the guy who's supposed to press charges and everything, decided not to, and bonded and bailed all of them, paid the bond for all of them to get out of jail. How crazy is that?
That's a lot of
my God.
You explaining it. I'm like, damn, this shit everywhere.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, okay, if they found the message, the police found enough to lock her up for attempted murder. You know what I'm saying?
In the Bahamas, right?
In the Bahamas, she was gonna kill them while they was at their vacation home. In the Bahamas. Like, what the? They found the goddamn police found the messages on. They cracked the WhatsApp, I guess, because there'd be a lot of like criminal activity and stuff like that going on WhatsApp, but the police be on there, and so I guess they cracked the WhatsApp and saw the messages. They showed this man the messages, and he still decided to get his wife out of jail. And not only, the part that got me was like, damn, he must love her a lot. But not only did he do that, he bailed the person that she was having an affair with. The police showed him the messages of her having an affair, going back and forth with the other guy as well. And he decided to bail him out.
So one of the killers that she had hired was her lover?
No, I guess it was her lover's friend. I guess it was her lover's friend or something like that. But
so her friend is a hitman?
I don't know if he was a hitman or they was just gonna pay him some money after they got the millions from, I guess, the insurance policy or whatever. They got some money. Say it one more time.
They got the Jussie Smollett dudes.
I guess. But
you ain't hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. But yeah, I'm like, yo, why you bail him out of jail? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here?
That's crazy. Maybe he wanted them paper signed or something. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
You trying to get custody of your kids? This perfect time right here. She in jail,
right? But and Bahamas too. So like, that's a Bahamian charge, ain't it?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know if you got to deal with that court system or you got to deal with extradition or what. I don't know how all that work.
She was going to do it to him and fly back.
Right.
But
so
I'm like,
if they got all the evidence, she going to conspiracy to commit murder is you go to jail for things like that.
Right. They said she was a stay-at-home mom. So, she was probably just on WhatsApp all day while my boy at work, just texting this dude in the Bahamas who ain't working.
Was he cheating on her?
I don't know. They ain't say none of that in the report, but he definitely got her out. But she was cheating, or she just had a lover? Well, obviously she cheating if they still was married. She had a lover. She was cheating with somebody in the Caribbean where their vacation home was at. So damn, I'm taking you on vacation, and you damn after I fall asleep, somebody coming to pick you. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we on vacation, and you got another. What the fuck?
Yeah, see, like, hold on, I'm gonna go do some sightseeing.
Right, vacation is supposed to be Mr. Nasty time for me, not for another thing when we get down there. She like, oh, I'm sleepy. Every time we get them, like, come on, man, this is the third night in a row. Goddamn, what's going on now?
Like, she had to be planning that for a brick, yo. Like,
right.
When we go on vacation next time, I got something for
right. I got something for him. Goddamn.
Let me go to Craigslist right quick.
You're stupid.
Like, where you getting these people from, man? Like,
he was probably when they
leaving all the evidence.
He was probably somebody they met at the beach that helped them like set up the daggone little floats. He
was out there selling cigars.
He was selling cigars out there on the beach and bagged your wife. Like, damn. That's crazy.
Cigars. Like, oh, let me get my boy over here.
Yeah. But I'm like, damn, that's wild.
Yeah,
she was cheating. She couldn't even text my boy. She was hitting him on the WhatsApp. I'm like, oh yeah, she definitely guilty. The messages on WhatsApp, like they ain't even on a regular text message where the police can be like pull them, but they pulled them off the WhatsApp. I'm like, damn. But
that's
yeah,
stuff.
I'm surprised they have found that. But I guess it was easy to find because they, you know what I'm saying, they said ex Auburn player. So I guess it was pretty easy for them to find.
Yeah, that's very vague. Like, was this a player or was this a bench warmer?
I don't know.
He walked on.
He couldn't have been that good because it says he didn't pan out to the NFL. He was a business person. So, and they said his father owned I forgot what the name of it was a $5 billion business. It was $5 billion business. I forgot the name of it was. But his father had owned it. He was the CEO of it for 40 years. So, he was making big bread off of it. They said they had a private jet and everything, and that's how they was flying out to the Bahamas on their private jet.
Oh, damn.
So, she was probably like, oh, I'm going with my friend on a private jet to the Bahamas and calling up daggone Tay Diggs from Stella got her crew back. Damn. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's some book stuff.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, so that was basically the craziest news I heard this week. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next Friday to hear the craziest news next week. If y'all on YouTube, there will be a link for that article that y'all can check it out as well. And if y'all on YouTube, y'all kind of get to see some of the videos that we chop up and put in there and kind of make it a little bit more entertaining for y'all. But if y'all on AMP, then y'all get the pleasure of hearing some of these music, some of these songs that we put on the music playlist. So before we leave out and we wrap up episode 2 of Ballgame Banter, Big Go, any words you want to say before we close it out?
I just that Jake Paul and Nate Diaz fight this weekend. I'm into the YouTubers fighting. That shit is funny, man. It's good for boxing. I can't wait to see it. I think Jake Paul gonna get him out of here. He gonna knock him out. Them UFC fighters, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no boxers, man. So I can't wait to see that. And then next week after the fight, I'm gonna touch more on that.
All right. And also next week we gonna get into that Bradley Beal segment on our claim to fame. What he said or what happened or allegedly happened this week against a game against my claim to fame on Monday, Cooper Flag. We'll talk a little bit about that just briefly. And we'll have, for those on AMP, we'll have some more songs on the playlist for y'all. For y'all on YouTube, appreciate y'all checking this out. For y'all on any type of playlist, Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever you hear your playlist on, we appreciate y'all checking out this playlist, listening to the episode 2 of Ballgame Banter. I'm your host, Tony Ducks.
And I'm your co-host, Big Goat.
All right. And we out of here with some 2 last songs, Tribe by Jadena, and Sacrifices by Dreamville. Y'all have a good week. Ball Gang Banner episode 2. That's a wrap.
Oh, hey, I'm just about to go to bed. I know we couldn't Skype tonight, but that's alright. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.